This week in classes we've been working on our basic actions. So one of the main things we want to start teaching the students is that there's two levels whenever you're learning a technique, in martial arts as well as in life or any other skill or activity that you're doing. The first is going to be memorization. Obviously you have to learn what you're supposed to do so that you're able to actually complete the task or the technique that we're going to be working on. Second is going to be application. And what I find is that too many students spend too much time in the memorization stage, or what they think is memorization stage, and not nearly enough time in the application stage. And so that's why we want to work on that and show you exactly what we're talking about, and then be able to practice that on your own so that you'll be ready for that black belt exam when it's your time. So the memorization stage, for example, we've been working on low block for the students. So learning how to do a low block in the memorization stage, what we talk about is there's three things to make sure that you're doing in a step-by-step process. First is going to be stepping forwards into the stance. Second is going to be setting your hands. And then third is throwing the technique. So for example, from your ready position, first step is to actually step forwards into a good front stance. Make sure all 10 toes are forward. Make sure your front knee is bent and your back leg is straight. Second step is to set your hands. Make sure your palm is touching your ear. The other hand is protecting the groin and the stomach. If your elbows can touch, that's great. If they don't quite touch, that's okay too, but trying to close off your center line of your body. Step 3 is to actually throw the technique. So we low block down, the hand stops right at the knee. The other hand pulls back into chamber position nice and strong for our finished technique. Okay? And then we step back. So as we're working on memorization, we naturally expect it to be slow. 1, we're going to step. 2, we're going to set the hands. 3, we're going to low block. Okay? Usually memorization should take anywhere, say, between 50 and 100 repetitions. In some cases, if it's a more complex technique or you're just not getting it, it might take a couple hundred. But the idea is to get out of memorization stage and into application stage as quickly as you can without taking any shortcuts. So application stage is making sure that we're throwing full power, full speed of every technique that we're doing. So when we get to application stage with the low block, let's throw 4 of them. This is what it should look like from your ready position. Shoot! 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 Okay. So even just throwing those 4 quick blocks, you start to feel your heart rate goes up. You can be already breaking a sweat. And this is where you're going to get the best possible workout, but also techniques that are really going to be able to be used if you ever have to use your martial arts in real life. At this point, in katas or in class, just whenever we're doing basic actions, being able to throw full power, full speed is really going to lift that bar and make you look that much better. Last point, we do the same thing with front kicks, round kicks, and pretty much all of your kicks, making sure that in the application stage, you're really extending your kicks and reaching out. What we see is everybody takes that shortcut and really chops their kicks, and they don't lock them out in full extension and then re-chamber back. Okay, so for example, we'll see people will throw a lead leg front kick, they'll come in and they'll snap and it comes right back. And it doesn't look very clean, it just looks real short and choppy. So what we want is we want that full extension, so as you come in, snap, and then pull back. So even it's only a split second difference, but the presentation, especially when you get to kata, looks a whole lot better. Okay, so instead of step and just snap, okay, you want to be able to step and extend for that split second on all of your kicks. Lock it out. Same thing with your roundhouse kick. Everybody wants to chop and then come back. Make sure when you come around, you extend that kick, snap it out, lock it for a second, and then re-chamber. And again, that's going to set your techniques apart from all the other students and raise that bar a lot higher. Good luck, and keep practicing, and I'll see you in class.